Hey, it's Whitney from EcoVeganGal.com and welcome back to another Eco Vegan Gal Uncensored. And this continues my series about my journey to getting in better shape. Today I tried a new Pilates place. I've only done Pilates a few times, and the type of Pilates I've done is, I guess, considered like Pilates plus. It's like Pilates meets boot camp meets like almost like dancing. The place I went did a lot of pop music and things like that, and the instructors were like really hardcore and keeping you motivated and kept going and all that, and it was really fast paced. And I did that a couple years ago at a place called Studio MDR in Marina del Rey, which was really fun. If I was still living on or around that area, I would probably go and try it again. But I discovered this, I kept passing by this place called Circuit Pilates in Hollywood, and I thought, I want to check it out. What are they all about? And lo and behold, they had a free or an offer for your first class for free. So I went, and let me tell you, it was a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. I don't remember the Pilates Plus style workout that I did years ago to be this challenging. I remember it being hard, but I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because it's been a while and I'm not really used to working on what they call the reformer, which is those or the equipment that you use when you're in Pilates. That's definitely a challenge when you're brand new to it. It's kind of awkward. There's straps and there's things moving back and forth, and you're moving all around, and I enjoy it. I think it's kind of a fun challenge to try things like that. But man, it was intense. And I thought after 7 days, doing 7 days straight of the bar workouts, that I was like feeling super fit. Nope, Pilates really kicked my butt. It was actually a lot harder than the bar class. And so part of me is like, of course, a bar seems a lot more appealing now, but then part of me is like, am I working out hard enough? And this Pilates session was 50 or 55 minutes long, so it was about the same length as the bar, but I was in so much pain and I could barely make it through the exercises. And they were even like the same length as the bar, usually like anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute, or maybe maximum of a 2 minute where you're doing consistent motions. But it was just tough. So the type of things that they had us do at this Pilates class, and by the way, Circuit Pilates is actually cool. If you're in LA, it's definitely worth checking out because it's another cross between Pilates and something else. So it's actually similar to a Pilates Plus versus traditional Pilates. And you can also take classes there that split up your time between Pilates and doing spinning, so being on the bikes. And then they have dedicated Pilates class, which I took, plus dedicated spin classes. And they have these really cool bikes there that aren't stationary. They actually like sway side to side. And I kind of regretted not trying that out, so I might have to go back and actually pay for a class just to experience that. The class that I took involved, I guess, a lot of the typical Pilates stuff. So it's like you have these, basically everything that you're doing is this movement. So there's this platform that moves back and forth, and you can adjust the resistance. And then they have these straps that you can pull, and you actually lying your back or your stomach or your legs on this platform, and then the straps can pull you. So you're using your own body weight plus the resistance to get the workout. And I felt really good when I was doing the arm. I think I was able to make it through all of those entirely without stopping, which made me feel really strong. But the work that got into my legs, especially my butt and my hips, are just so challenging. I'm recognizing that that's really what I need to strengthen. I've always had tightness in my hips, and it's something that I've wanted to work through for a long time, and I know it's going to take me a while because even after consistent yoga classes, I still have a lot of tightness there. So, yeah, I just remember sitting there going, oh my gosh. It's not that I wanted the class to be over with. It was just I had no idea how I was going to make it through it. And I wasn't breaking a sweat. I wasn't having trouble breathing. It was just full-on muscle pain, burning to the point where I couldn't get myself to go through it. And as I've mentioned in some of these videos, it's just interesting how that mental challenge of pushing yourself through it, and there's always part of me is like, am I kind of being a wimp? Am I not pushing myself enough? Am I giving up too soon? Or am I really just too sore for this, or is it too hard? That's the one thing that's confusing. Sometimes I wish I could work with a personal trainer and really start to understand my body, and they can understand me and what ways to push me and work with each other in that sense. So maybe I'll set that as my intention one day, or to attract a class. The nice thing about the class that I went to tonight at Circuit Pilates was that there were only 4 people in the whole class. So it was similar to a private class. We got a lot of attention from the instructor, and I recommend that, especially when you're starting out or you need a lot of guidance and you want that extra attention. I've found that also at bar, even when there are 10 people in the class, I still got a lot of attention from the instructors, and that felt really, really good. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would want to consistently go back and do Pilates on the reformer. It felt at times a little boring compared to the bar and compared to Bikram yoga and other forms of yoga. Boring in the sense that like I didn't feel like mentally stimulated or like excited about the different workouts. I felt more like, all right, I got to push myself through this, and yes, it's good for my body, but I wouldn't say I enjoyed it. Whereas, if you watch my video about doing the bar classes at Physique 57, I was just like all about it. I loved it. I couldn't wait to go back. I just was a very pleasurable sensation throughout the class. And I've also found that during Bikram yoga, for me, that flow of it and knowing the routine and the ways that I feel when I go through one movement versus another and the growth and all that, it's very mentally stimulating. So to me right now, part of this journey is just discovering what I'm going to love the most, what fits me best emotionally and physically and works in my schedule and my budget. So I have no idea what my next class is going to be. I want to continue taking advantage of free classes and specials. There's a spin class in Beverly Hills that I have a free pass to for a day, and I'm sure there are plenty of other studios. Like I mentioned in last night's video, I really feel fortunate that I live in a big city, because thinking back when I was in San Francisco, for example, there weren't a ton of options, and it also seemed extra pricey. But here it's like, for Pilates, there's Pilates studios everywhere. There's yoga studios everywhere, and also specialized in whatever you want to do. So not to rub it in if you don't live in Los Angeles, but if you do live in a big city like LA, be thankful and take advantage of it. And if you don't, you might be surprised. A little digging on the internet or talking to people, you might find some really great places that are hidden gems. When I was living in Massachusetts for a few months last year, that's how I discovered the Bikram studio, and it was about 20-minute drive from my parents, and I got my mom to go, my sister to go, and various friends to go, and it was really neat. So that sense of community, carpooling is great for that. So I guess that's it for now. I will keep you guys posted, and as usual, I'd love to hear comments from you and your progress. Tell me about your Pilates experiences if you've had them. Do you enjoy Pilates? Have you found it challenging? Have you always wanted to do it? Also, I should mention that Pilates comes in many different forms, similar to yoga. They do Pilates on the reformer equipment, and you can also do like floor Pilates, pop Pilates. I've mentioned Blogilates by Cassie, who's amazing on YouTube, and it's no equipment necessary. It's free. You can watch it on YouTube, and those are the type of Pilates I like. It's all about strengthening the core typically and your other muscles, but it's very centered around the core, which is important for those of us that want to trim down in that area. So maybe I just need to find a Pilates class that has more floor exercises and fun music, because that makes a big difference too. All right, looking forward to hearing from you. Thanks for watching, and I will see you whenever I have another great experience that I want to share. All right, bye.